My God, we're live! We're on the internet! Apologize, everyone. We were otherwise disposed the last time we did this. So there wasn't a stream, and I had terrible with notifications, so I didn't let anybody know. That's me. That's my end. Um, but anyway, we're gonna continue from where we left off. Cue the intro. All right. So, last time we left off, you guys had just entered into this uh, tomb, vault, excavation site. So,
Just the tomb of doom.
I mean, I'd love to say it's the tomb of Marcus Ragnos, but that's not the case because it's not the tomb of Marcus Ragnos.
Also, it's not some white guy from Arizona.
Are we concerned this place is like booby trapped to all hell?
Ah,
You are. Also, for your own sake, I started playing music. I don't think the stream will get it, so we don't have to worry about copyright claims. But you guys can enjoy some music if you want to enjoy music, or you can listen on your own shit. So.
Destiny points.
Yes, you guys should probably roll that.
I started my own Star Wars music, and when you said roll the intro, it started playing the Cantina music, and it was the funniest thing.
Nice.
Uno light side.
Uno, light side.
Also,
Dos, light side.
roll the light side and generate a light side.
Well then, it looks like you guys have 5 light side.
I don't think this has ever happened.
No. Because I keep track of how many times you guys get this shit. Yeah, you do. No, I keep track of how many times you guys get either all dark side or all light side. So, moving forward, or at least in this entryway that you are, everything is made of a kind of just carved stone. There aren't any real sections or seams in the rock that you can find. It's all carved very intricately. Gesundheit, Jessica. Gesundheit, again.
Get help.
But,
She said thank you guys.
so that is currently what you see, as well as a pathway further down and deeper into this place.
So, who wants to go first?
Carr is just like examining the walls. He's very interested in old architecture.
He rolls to dwarf.
He rolls to dwarf. Yes.
Is there just one hallway leading out, or is there a few?
There is only the one hallway at this moment.
Right, well, I would like to roll a vigilance, if you don't mind, to make sure we're not going to die.
Okay. You are
Just,
no. Go ahead. What you were looking for? What exactly?
I don't want to sound so tropey, but like traps or like, this guy is
No.
Mandalorian Jedi's tomb, right?
You.
Or vault or something like that.
Yeah, you are in something of that nature, something akin to that. Again, I used tomb improperly earlier when I was describing this to you guys. It is just it's a place. It's big underground. Like saying dungeon also seems tropey, but essentially it is. You guys are in a dungeon would be like the layman's term or like the colloquial way to say this.
I just figured a Mandalorian would probably leave something to defend his stuff.
Okay. Yeah. No. You can certainly check for traps if you would like to do so. Is there a manner in which you are doing this? Especially how are you checking for traps? Are you just like blind man sticking the whole floor? Or are you just throwing breadcrumbs? Are you like picking up dust and seeing if there's lasers? Like what are you doing?
Let me
All
whip
of
out
the above?
powers.
I'm floating dust everywhere with force move.
I mean, a bit of just looking around and then using the force.
Okay, yeah.
Which is proficiency. Vigilance and perception. Add my force rating.
Thorian, as you are indeed a Mandalorian. Um, and I'll be honest, I love saying it that way. Uh, you are familiar with the language Mandoa, yes?
With the what?
The language of the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Okay. You do recognize bits and pieces of it on the walls. They don't at this point they don't really mean anything. They're just kind of like little like unimportant like in between words, the, in, to, things like that. They're just carved into the walls. Obviously the important bits are missing, but just you do indeed clock that there's Mandalorian language about.
Right on.
Difficulty, sir.
Difficulty, excuse me, for this, we're gonna call this oh my goodness, a hard check. Difficulty 3, please.
No reds? Okay.
No reds. Oh.
Sorry, I clicked 3 reds.
That
Before you did the purple.
that's a much more difficult. I mean, you can make it harder on yourself and be like, all right, this check is gonna take like an hour, but guys, Vana's checking the intro room area, making sure.
I really check that stonework.
By the way, the light source for this is coming from what looks to be similar in make to a kyber crystal, but much larger, like the size of a pineapple, nestled into a kind of a oh god, what is the thing I'm trying to think? Like a sconce on the wall.
Okay.
That's a shame.
Um,
I think I did it.
would you like to describe how in which you have done this? That you have surveyed the room to find that?
Get real twitchy, eyeball starts glowing a bit, and just like squirrel look around.
You're just forcing your perspective everywhere. Okay. Reaching out, you definitely get the sense that the force is indeed present in this area. However, there are no traps or anything aligned with which to assault you in any fashion. This room, as far as you can tell, is safe.
One step forward, pressure point.
Well, no. The stonework just seems to be that. Stone.
I think we're good to proceed.
As you move forward into the darker hallway, the light behind you does slowly dim and turn off, and another crystal in front of you lights up. You are never outside of the light. It is never too dark, or once you reach about the edge that the light allows, the light will dim, and the next one lights up. On the walls are various murals and carvings and effigies of Jedi, Mandalorians, wars fought, wars lost, wars won, various telling of the history. Car is behind you by easily, probably a good 100 feet. Just like trying to memorize everything with his own mind. Still dressed as an Imperial cadet, mind you.
But he's having fun.
You reach a center area, pillars, 4 of them each, holding up the ceiling to this room. There are rooms across from you. There's one room across from you, and each room, one to each two of your sides. Essentially, you have entered a room. There are 3 ways out, and one the way you came.
Any marks near the door?
Doors.
There are markings. They are in Mandalorian.
Can I read them?
Make for me an education check at a difficulty 2.
Oh boy.
Some of this
Can I do lore?
is I will allow lore, but I'll increase the difficulty by 1.
I don't like that. What is the difficulty?
If you're using lore, 3. If you're using education, 2.
Gotta use lore.
Okay.
'Cause I have
I mean, all the more reason.
do not have education. Well, I got 3 advantages. This is Mandalorian.
You are indeed aware it is Mandalorian. It is of a much older script, kind of like if you were to go back and try to read Shakespeare. Some of the English does not quite translate well, but looking at each room and each scrawling, you get the sense that there is one word that keeps coming out, and after taking some time, you piece it together. It means like a gauntlet of some kind, or a challenge or a trial. You're not entirely like the exact phrase isn't correct, and the rest of the words evade your deduction, but that one word is on each of the doors.
We have. Well, no, I guess I technically have a bracer. Or is it a full gun?
It's a full gauntlet.
One of 2 things is true. We either have the piece we need, or this word that keeps showing up, gauntlet, means that we're in for some serious trials.
Yay! Like what kind of trials?
If I can make out it's gauntlet. Not sure. Could it be, this thing that's on my arm, or it could be like, gauntlet.
So, which way first?
They are Mandalorian, so it's probably both.
That sounds like it tracks.
So there, other than the hallway you came from, which you can tell is still lit up. as Carr is still walking down the hallways, admiring the murals. You have one directly in front of that, and then one to each end of the side, essentially cardinal directions. Um, though you guys do not know which way is north or south. That doesn't matter in the room.
I think we should do the sights first.
It's a role-playing game. Can I do side missions?
Okay. Um, so, do you go west or do you go east?
I go starboard.
I think that's right. So that's east.
Being funny, it's like we're underground, so we don't know. So it's either left or right.
It is. It's left, right, or forward.
What if we just go backwards?
You meet Carr, and he is still looking at the murals, um, illuminated by the crystal sconces.
I'd like to examine car.
Okay. Carr is in an Imperial Cadet's uniform, very hastily put on. He is slowly kind of, fixing it around so it fits a little better, while also analyzing the murals that he is looking at.
And what's his mental status?
He seems really interested, excited, nervous, more just kind of like an antsy energy. There's a lot going on.
And his hopes and dreams?
Um, at this moment, they are a mystery to you.
Ah, damn. You're a hard one.
I would like to examine his stats.
They are on the board. You may look at them whenever you like.
What are his buffs and debuffs?
He's a okay combatant and a somewhat alright student.
I would like to check his alignment.
Currently kind of gray, little neutral. Generally leaning good. So, probably like neutral good.
Get on my level car.
Dude went through some shit. He has some baggage.
Got some battle scars, dude.
Got some battle scars, brah.
Like, whoa, bruh. My battle scars are way worse.
Cheese whiz, brah. Sorry. The dude.
I will raise you that
Goofy kid.
comment with an eye.
Yo, man, not all scars are physical, brah. God, worry about the mental ones too. Yeah, they do. And you guys can sit here and analyze Carr as much as you want, or you can talk to him like normal people.
I analyze car again.
I'm
When
not
have we ever been
It's
normal?
no,
great at
Nornu.
talking to people. He usually consists of me yelling a lot.
There is, as of this moment, no new information.
Left or right?
Coin toss.
Yeah, why not? I don't have a coin.
I mean, someone has to call it heads or tails.
Heads, but I think, yeah, we were supposed to call it.
Usually, you say
That is
heads.
Heads, tails is right.
Okay. Do you want to roll it again, or you want to just take that? Okay.
I don't know what it landed
All right.
on, I didn't-
It was heads, so I believe that is right. I think is what you said. Maybe. I wish I could wind back the tape real quick, but I can't.
Heads is left, tails is right.
Okay.
Right. Heads, tails.
Okay. I think you're going left. I feel like
Yeah.
okay, you're going left.
Sure.
It landed on head.
It did. Okay. Again, small, shallow hallway. you can fit two shoulder to shoulder, or one Thorian and maybe half of a person. Uh,
Well, I guess Dorian goes first.
Why does Thorian always go first? Why can't Thorian go last?
I mean, Thorian can do whatever Thorian pleases to do. But moving forward through this hallway, you come to a small room. Small, relatively speaking. There is enough space comfortably to stand or sit. In the center is what looks like a more primitive, I think it's Djark board, the like
Yes.
chessboard. But this time, instead of a round circle, it is just a square. To us as players, it very much looks like a chessboard. Yeah. However, there are only 10 pieces. They are in various states of on the board, various sizes. Oh.
I would just like. Bleh. Does it have all the pieces it needs to play, or are we missing a few?
He's you're not sure. In terms of an actual Djark board, you do not have enough pieces for two people to play. As I said, there are only 10 pieces total. That would give everyone, or each side, only 5. But that is not enough.
How many pieces left do we need?
I don't actually know because I don't know the rules of Djark.
If you're strong enough, all you need is one. And I pull out a little Mandalorian card.
I looked it up. At the beginning of the game, both players arranged 4 pieces each, with pieces on second, third, fourth, and fifth spaces of their respective half boards.
There you go. So not only is it not a round board, you also have too many pieces. Also, I find it hilarious that Thorian brought a card to a little statue game.
It's a carving.
Oh, carving. Oh, okay. I thought you said card. And I was like, what? Why do you just have a Mandalorian card?
They want to play his back card.
I carve statues.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
I never got into Djark, just didn't interest me. That being said, space magic I totally got into.
I'm sorry.
I think he means Magic the Gathering, but in space.
I know, I'm so sorry.
It's called the Will of the Force.
All right. If
It's now
would you guys like a visual representation? It will take me a moment, but I can make you a visual representation
Of the chessboard?
of the board. Yes.
That's okay.
I'm going to say yes, only because the fact that you're asking means it might be important.
This is a puzzle, and I determined that it may be necessary for puzzles to be seen, so I'll do my best to show these. I realize I can actually like summon a chessboard. It is made of stone, just for the sake of that.
We're going to need a couple of pawns. We should get a card that in here. That was good.
God, this isn't Harry Potter, is it? I don't want to be a chess piece.
It is a platform in the middle of the room. It is not big enough for I mean, it's big enough for one of you to stand on, but it is more like this is an actual like board game. type thing going on. And it's literally, this is the only thing in the room.
Uh, is there a chair next to it that you're supposed to sit down in?
There is no chair.
Okay, so I'm good at telling people what to do, but the tactics part of it kind of, not so great.
Mm.
This is supposed to be your thing.
Leadership I'm pretty at, but this is technically...
That's what this is.
Ugh.
Okay, I might need this just for the sake of what it hopefully spawns, and if it doesn't, then I'm gonna be really mad. It did not.
I'll walk up.
Really mad. That's not what I wanted.
I can tell you how to punch it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I apologize for the load. So I have to search this up.
No, you're fine.
Oh fucking course. Oh fuck. Okay. You can certainly still ask questions if you would like about the room, various other things.
Oh no, we're gonna... When you set up, I'll walk up to the board.
Okay. Oh, I may have one too many. Brr. There you go. That's essentially what you see.
I don't know why, but I have the sudden urge to play
There's
us with these.
5 pieces each.
If you were to do 2 teams, there would be 5 pieces each. Yes, because there are 10 pieces.
Okay, but there's 6 white.
Yes.
Okay.
There is also writing all around the board.
I think that's upside down.
Again, in Mandalorian.
attempt to read it and then realize I can't read this.
Uh,
Wait, do you think Carr knows ancient Mando?
Maybe.
I mean, he might. Car?
he is still in the other hallway. You can certainly calm him if you would like to do so. He's just not within vocal range, unless you yell. There's a moment, and then like some stuttering, and then like he comes running, and then he's just like, "What? What? Okay, what?" He has his lightsaber in hand. He didn't know what was going on. He just has it. It's not turned on.
I'm sorry. I know you're a little busy and excited. Are you able to read this? I'm just gonna point the writing on the chessboard.
I mean, I can try. It's really old Mandalorian. I know some of it. If someone would like to make the same lore check or education check, you can do so with car stats.
What are car stats?
He has a 2 in education and lore, and his intellect is a 3.
That's 1 green, 2 yellow.
Yes.
And difficulty is a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, car. You fucked me.
Oh man.
Well, now that's just definitely not right.
I mean, to be fair, usually she was better at this than I was. I might be able to figure something out, but it's gonna take me a while. And he just like keeps looking around and like reading it, and then moving around and reading it. What I can tell you is what it says. That's right, I did my homework. Segir Nayek Shedashoy Urus Mirzahal Alorir. It's not just made up. I actually looked this shit up.
Yes, but what does that mean?
Ha ha! I can't necessarily tell you.
Okay, I've set up the board.
Okay, the board has been set up.
What are the rules, Thorian?
There's a moment you hear a loud like and at the bottom some stones are pulled away and water begins to slowly fill the room.
Oh.
I mean, you guys all wore your environmentally sealed ones, right?
As you look at Carr, who's in an Imperial Cadet's uniform,
I take it the door is closed.
the door has closed.
Sorry, Car.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's really slow. You know, it's like really slow. You just gotta read
Someone touched
faster.
The board, or did he just say it and it did it?
I assume
I
so.
think because I fucked up the board.
I assume it's because you fucked up the board. I assumed you put the board in this pattern.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt right to me.
You know what? That's fine. It's all right. I realize now, looking at this, that the numbers might not, or the columns might not quite be right. But that's okay.
Yeah, I think there's an extra.
Just go ahead and just like erase one. You know, I'm just gonna draw. Just like ignore this. This just doesn't exist. Just for the sake of everything. I realize I should move the camera closer. That's right. It's only me. I am the cameraman. All right. So, water begins to rise. At this moment, it has only reached just like your boots. It's nothing. Slowly filling up.
Soggy boots.
Okay. So what do we need to do, Car?
I don't know. I don't know. He just keeps like repeating it, and he's like, "Okay, see you next Shirashai," and then Udis, and he just keeps repeating it. And he's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Um, if you would like to help him, you can certainly try to help him. If you just want to know what it says.
Maybe give him a hand there, Thorian?
Let's see. What else can I
Could
tell
you
you
return
about
that?
the room? Uh, there are murals on the wall, of which you see um, various scenes of Jedi in a classroom. Uh, you see Jedi in battle, and you see um, Mandalorians like coming over a cliff in a charge and whatnot.
Weird question. How many Mandalorians are on in that one?
The mural of the Mandalorians. There are 8. Their enemy is unclear. This is it's like an image of them coming out of trenches. In the background, there are a few smaller, like they're flying, obviously. Uh, Hompak,
Is there?
doing anything?
I think he walked away for a minute.
Understood.
I push Car towards one of the mirrors. Is there any writing in here?
Ha, no. Looking around, it is all like it's just a mural, just artwork at this point.
Figures. Some of them are Jedi, obviously. There's 5. 6. 6. I can count.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are these guys? Mandalorians?
They do not share any artistic rendition of Mandalorians you've ever seen. You've seen quite a few. Yeah.
What do I have?
At this point, the water is now up to above your feet, the tops of your feet.
Sorry, the gonk droid's moving around my board, and I just realized it was moving around my board. Ah, that's anything useful there. He. I would like to examine the board again.
Okay. You look at the board.
Do the pieces have any markings on the bottom of them?
Turning them over, you notice nothing of any particular note. Although, no, I will say this. Um, they do have just a triangular marking on them. It it's all the same. It's just a triangle. Um, for all intents and purposes, it could just be a maker's mark.
I want to feel the board itself to see if there's any indents or grooves.
As you kind of move your fingers like over um, the stone slab of this, you do feel that the each individual square has like a I want to say resistance, but that's not quite the right like give. They each press down just a little bit. However, trying to press with your hand doesn't it doesn't quite get it right. It's not quite the right weight. Keep in mind all the pieces have this little triangular symbol at the bottom.
Yeah. I want to test it, but in the back of Anna's head, she's like, this is a chance to make this so much worse. Okay, I think we're looking for a pattern on this. I think these pieces lock in and activate something.
Um, Fair enough. Uh, by the way, did Thorian and Carr want to try to give looking at the word a chance, or no?
I will give it a go. Let me see.
Okay.
If I have anything. Can I use seek on it?
No.
I guess that would be for illusions, yeah.
I mean, you can certainly try if you would like to dispel, if you would like to attempt to dispel an illusion. But
Wow. Mistake. Let me just fix this real quick.
Vana, anything? Ompak, anything? Are you back? Okay.
Want to give me the info when that comes back?
Can I use perception upon the board? I guess I'm going to try but
Uh, yeah, you can certainly perceive the board. Is there something you're looking for specifically, or are you just trying to take it in as a whole?
yeah, I know. Well, okay. So, what information do we have so far?
There is writing around it. There are murals around you, and the pieces seem to have a triangular indent on them. And Vana has found that each square has like a little bit of give, so they are indeed some type of switch. But it is a subtle pressure, so something about the placement of these things.
And the pictures depict what? I mean, battles.
One is of Mandalorian uh, standing kind of half out of a trench, like, waving Mandalorians forward into a fight. Another one, you have uh, what looks to be some type of Jedi battle scene. Um, and the last is what looks to be like a Jedi, teacher in front of a bunch of classroom Jedi younglings and whatnot, Padawans of a kind.
How are the Jedi and Mandalorians arranged in the battle scene?
They are two different murals.
Oh. How many Jedi are in the Jedi mural?
I will say 8 as well. There were 8 in the Mandalorian, so also 8 there. Hell, there's 8 students and 1 teacher, or whatever. So there's 7 students and a teacher. No. It's all 8s. Um, Matt, I'm not sure how much you heard. There is writing on the outside, just underneath the platform. Um, Podium. I guess it's more of a podium than a platform. Um, and Carr has tried to read it out a number of times. Uh, he has not, as of yet, been unsuccessful. Keyir, Nayak, Shirashoy, Udes, Mirzahal, Alolir. So, I know that probably doesn't mean jack shit to anybody, but
I don't know. Maybe there's a Lord of the Rings guy out there who knows it.
you know what? If someone from Lord of the Rings is reading this, I wish them all the best of luck. However, that does not. I promise you, it's not Elvish.
Yeah, it's
I
black
guess my
speech.
first try.
It's it's what?
Black speech is what they
It's black.
speak in
Yeah,
there.
it's black speech. Yeah, no, One does not simply speak black speech. The other things is that um, upon moving these things and then kind of resting for a moment, stones opened up at the bottom and water has started to very slowly flood the room. It is now at about your ankles. It's very, very slow.
Ah, crap. Does it get worse when you move the pieces more?
No one else has moved the pieces more.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do that.
Until I believe,
Just did.
you just
God
did.
damn it.
After a few moments, uh, the sound of water is very slightly faster, and there was a and now it's a little faster.
Well, I'm not touching this anymore.
Alright, any luck with that translation?
No one else has rolled for him.
Oh, I'll roll for him then.
Yeah.
Again.
You may do so if you want to try to convince Thorian to help you, or just have Carr read it again. You may do so.
Oh, please assist. Car.
Yeah, you can take my lore. I have a 4. Car
Oh.
has an intelligence of 3.
Well, there you go.
It's a 3 yellow and a
Yeah. This time it will be upgraded once, just because he is now kind of frantic and the water and everything.
3 purple or
2 purple and a red.
oh.
Okay. The water is now like just below the calf. But between the two of you, you have determined that what it says is with, let's see, there is no passion without peace to lead.
Peace is a lie.
Car looks up at you and was like, "That's just what it says. I think. I think that's what it says."
Okay.
There is no passion without peace to lead.
Mm-hmm.
Car, I don't want to step on your translation, but are you sure it's not? There is no peace without passion to lead.
Uh, he says that as I also go check to make sure that I did not fuck up. Nope. There is no passion without peace to lead. Seir, to be or there. Nayak, no. Shidashoy. Yeah, I mean, Shidashoy is a little, uh, 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 it's not quite right. Just means passion, emotion. Udes is without. Mirzahal is like peace, kind of like this existential, like existing in peace and harmony. And then Alorir, which is just to lead. There is no passion without peace to lead.
Okay. So
Oh crap, that rotates. I meant to ping that because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that might be the piece we need to focus on.
Oh, you trying to ping the statue here?
Yeah.
but I think we're missing a piece. I think what it means is look around the room. Maybe there's, or maybe one of these guys has to go on to the other side.
Alright, I'll go check the mirror with the Jedi on it.
Okay. The Jedi at war or the Jedi in the classroom?
Well, I thought it was Mandalorians at war, Jedi in the classroom.
There is one with Jedi at war. There's one with Jedi at classroom, and then there's one with Mandalorian at war.
I will do the classroom.
Okay. In a room that does not necessarily make, like, it just looks like a standard High Republic type room. There's a Jedi in the center of it. Several younglings depicted, seated, taking notes and listening, and essentially the Jedi is lecturing.
How high up is the mural?
It starts at about kind of like mid waist and then goes up to the ceiling.
Alright, well, I want to poke around the part where the Jedi in the center.
Let me make a quick check of what. There is another, and then it releases again, Does not appear as anything has. Yeah, it does not appear as anything has locked. However, uh, the this far right one in the back, this one, um, locks in place, and if you try to you try to push it to the side or like move it, it's locked. It's there, does not move. Um, the water is now a little faster and is now about mid calf.
It locked with him facing this way, though, right?
It did, yes. Nothing else is locked.
Oh, do you want me to make a roll or something for poking around this girl?
Yeah, you can certainly do so if you'd like. Is there a way in which you are attempting to look?
I will use perception. Also buffing it with farsight. Come on, force, help me out of it.
Okay.
Difficulty, sir.
Difficulty is going to be 3.
3 purple.
Mhm.
Hang on, let me get the force die in this. Wow, that was shitty. 2 threat.
2 threat, but you did succeed. Is that correct?
No, I
You
cancel
failed.
out the failure.
Okay. You spend time looking at, like, trying to reach out and expand your perception. However, it only goes so far as this room. And there's a moment where you can kind of almost perceive the murals, and then it just goes to black. You essentially failed, so I can't actually give you anything.
Well, after that, I'll move on to the next barrel.
Okay.
And look around this one.
It depicts what looks like Jedi in combat with Sith. Lightsabers are out fighting and whatnot. They appear to be a large Sith temple is in the background. There are Sith acolytes and whatnot going through, and it looks like some type of Jedi strike force or something that they're showing, assaulting the temple.
I will roll another perception check.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to be doing at this time? Thorian, Elbuck?
Racking my brain.
Okay.
So these black ones all appear to be the same, right? They look like they're all the same.
They are very much the same size. They are very much the same shape. They, in fact, don't appear to be ubiquitous or unique in any fashion. They merely exist.
Same difficulty, Dubs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make that 2 success, 2 threat.
2 success and 2 threat. Okay. Um. Again, you reach out. Your perception is now you hold the room in your mind, and you can see it from all angles almost simultaneously. You can witness all of it. And as you were looking and focusing your attention on these murals, the figures in the murals kind of have a faint glow about them. Um, but as you were trying to kind of reach towards what it is, you can't make it out. Interestingly enough, the ones who are shown, as if highlighted, are the Mandalorians, only the Jedi in the Jedi combat, and then obviously the Jedi in the teacher and classroom setting.
So that's one Jedi. How many's in the Strike Force?
There are 8.
8. Okay.
There are 8
I think we should
Jedi
just make
shown.
use of that
There are
number if we ever need to ask how many. It's just 8.
there are 8. There are 8 Mandalorians being shown, and then there are 7 Padawans and 1 Jedi teacher being shown.
Right, but they're not highlighted.
They are all highlighted.
Oh.
Each mural, as you are looking at the entire room, highlights in that same pattern. The 8 that are shown are highlighted. So none of the Sith, nothing else in the murals, none of the enemies the Mandalorians are fighting, which it's kind of ubiquitous. You're not sure, but just the 8.
Do those 4 pieces that look different, do they look like the Sith?
No.
No, okay.
Has Kara come up with anything yet?
At this point, Carr is rambling. He's trying to name what battle this is in the Mandalorian history. He's going through that. He's looking at the Jedi conflict, and he was like, I don't remember. I mean, there was the Tomb of Tulak Horde, I think, that they went after, but this isn't fucking. I'm sorry. And then that's just fucking. That's just a classroom on Coruscant. That doesn't fucking do any good. And he's slowly losing his mind.
Wait, this is a tomb for a Jedi who's a...
No, it wasn't a tomb for a Jedi. The mural. This was a Jedi turned Sith who then led to the Sith Wars. It was terrible, but no, he's fucking asshole. Goes off again on his rant.
It's a matter of perspective.
Well, I would like to do that same roll for the last mural.
Okay.
God, my vigilance is so good, but not justifiable. Roll.
The water is now just above your knees.
2 success and a threat.
Okay.
1 success and a threat, sorry.
Okay, 1 success, a threat. Again, very much the same thing. You were looking at the entire room.
It is 2 success, my bad. I did get a light side, okay.
Okay, 2 success, a threat. Yeah, it's very similar. In the faintest of ways, some of the figures have more of a glow, and some of them have less of a glow. But then it kind of and then they do have more of a glow, and then they kind of, as you look at them, they have more of a glow, and then they have less of a glow. And if you follow that, you can kind of see a wave forming, and this one's brighter, and then this one's not as bright, and then it's brighter again. It forms a pattern.
Can I use vigilance to see if the bore's lighting up at all?
Sure.
Not actively looking at it, just since I'm focusing on the murals, I just want to see if I can catch the board doing anything in the peripherals.
Go for it. Is there anything else anyone else is doing? Thorian, I think you're just staring at this like a battle at the moment, I believe. Ompak, is there anything you're doing?
I think cars spiral off into just like random bullshit, right?
He is racking his brain about any piece of lore that he thinks is potentially pertinent. He is going through every labyrinthine dungeon like kernel of information in his mind, um, spouting off things that no one has heard, you know, has never been studied, has only been imagined. He's just spouting.
Difficulty bumps.
To perceive the chessboard or the board, yes.
Yes.
This will be uh, this will be a 3 and with 2 black dice.
3 purple and 2 black.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
There is no passion without the peace to lead.
1 success.
One success. Um, in staring at this, uh, you get. How do I describe this? You see the pieces, and you see them kind of light up in succession. Um, the board itself does not do anything, but the pieces light up one after the other, after the other, after the other. The pattern is largest to smallest, and then these 4 are last.
Okay. So it's biggest to smallest, and the 4 that lit up, was there a pattern to them?
They lit up all simultaneously.
Okay, so we got to figure out where the light pieces are Jedi-esque, right?
Okay, so it is the largest one first.
Yeah, I meant,
Next is the 2 largest, and then it is these 3, all at the same time. These 3 all at the same time, and then it is these 4 all at the same time.
no, I meant, these things look like Jedi, though, right?
They do. They are robed statues.
Is there a center point in this board, or is this, like, perfectly in half?
There probably should be a center point, but no, there is no center point.
It just clicked because I'm like, oh, that's evenly split. So no center point, it's all even.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Biggest to smallest. Teaching a classroom. The younglings, how are they lined up when they're looking at the teacher?
You see that the largest one, which is the one closest to the viewer, essentially in the back of the room, appears to be the youngest. And then essentially they seem to get older as they go up front. Then obviously the master. But yeah.
No, I meant like, is it like a semicircle around the master, or?
Think of it like a college auditorium. They're not necessarily like raised seating, but they're all on one side, and the master is ahead in front of them, like pointing to a thing or philosophizing, essentially.
Philosophizing.
Alright, Dorian, I think we need to get the big guy locked first. The 2 size down, and then the 3.
As you place that one there, there's like a and that one clicks down and stays.
Which one?
The master, the large one.
Hey. Okay. And I didn't see the murals light up
The what?
The murals, the paintings, portraits, light up in any way like the pieces did. I mean, they lit up, but there was no like.
No, they just lit up.
Pattern. Okay. The Jedi Strike Force. How are they arranged?
It kind of looks like a semicircle. They're currently actively fighting. I don't know what you mean by arranged.
I just figured they were on one side and the Sith were on the other.
Again, the perspective of this shot is as if they were like kind of directly behind the line, but then just a bit like floating kind of in the air from the shot. So they are just behind the Jedi, and then just kind of looking up and over everyone's heads. So
Gotcha.
cinematographic view angle.
What do you think? Something like that, or
As you place these down, they turn and lock into place.
Okay, so are we just doing this backwards? Well, no.
if we were. No, they might have, because this guy locked.
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm gonna try.
So these two locked?
Mm-hmm.
Behind the master?
Mm-hmm. So all of the Jedi have locked at this point. Uh, this one also locks.
Okay.
This one hasn't locked yet.
Back, guys, been there.
So that's my bad. I think I fucked this up because I should have had another row. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that one did lock, and you guys solved the puzzle legitimately.
Okay, yeah, because
Huzzah!
these black figures
Yeah.
have been in this configuration for a while.
Yeah, I probably should have either had one more black figure or like figured out a different pattern, but essentially, like this was gonna be it, and then I was like, oh shit, I fucked that up. Nah, you guys did it. So just just to be entirely honest with you guys, even even during this. But now the a rock slams in front, the pieces sink, and you hear a voice that just says, "There is no passion without the piece to guide." And Car goes, "Guide, right? That's like leading." God, I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, the force showed me the way. I got a major headache right now from doing that. Now,
um,
how painful it is to look out of an eyeball that isn't there with the force.
that sounds terrible.
It hurts.
The door behind you unlocks and lifts. The water drains off into sluices and vents that were constructed for exactly this event. The water reaching about mid-thigh. But other than some soaked trousers, you guys are fine.
More like so trouser.
I'm just... Anyway.
I'm being funny. We're all in steel armor.
It's very
except
true.
for Car.
It's very true. All right, so...
Now the other side.
What did we get out of this?
think we're.
Just trapped in a room?
My guess, like I said, coming in here, there would be trials or like traps. I guess if we went straight, we would have ran into a locked door or something. Look, all I know is there's a rule with force users that we have to be all runabout, yeah, cryptic assholes. Hey, I just realized we found the daughter, so we completed one of the math quests.
Kind of. You kind of found my daughter.
One planet down, 90.
Okay. So, I believe you have, because you guys went left, so you now have ahead of you or to the left of you. Because to the right of you would be back down the hallway that you guys came from originally.
Let's go straight.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go to the other room across.
Going straight. Okay. Heading again through corridor. Crystal lights up and keeps moving. This time, Carr stays with you, does not move too far away from you. He does take some time to look at the murals, but spends most of his time hanging near you guys. You get to a large room. In front of you looks to be. Has anyone seen the prayer cube in
Yes.
Jerusalem? I think Jerusalem. Not sure.
Actually, I think it's Mecca.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It's Mecca. You see a large cube, intricate carvings of it. They don't appear to be of any language. They look as if they are themselves like a small labyrinth or like a puzzle maze that someone would try to figure out. Standing in here, 4 of those sconces light up, and you can see yourself. However, the platform ends very abruptly, and then continues, and you see 4 more sconces light up across the room, and there appears to be a platform over there. No doorway, but a platform.
What do you think, Thorian? Illusion, or we actually had to jump across?
There is, again, this time it is a kind of a floor plate, and that has another Mandalorian inscription.
The dance of my people.
Arya just walks up to the edge and falls off face first. Not move the rest of his body the entire time.
God, I saw a funny meme. Sorry to go off tangent.
No, it's fine.
It was a D&D meme, so it was how all the classes get down a cliff.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, magic, dexterity, 160 HP, barbarian.
Barbarian just leaps off the cliff.
Walks off the cliff.
I can survive it.
It's that Credo one where he jumps off the cliff, so he's just like stiff body falling.
So this one, Carr reads out, Cartel
They like this time.
Haranova Ures Kot Nari. Okay, we know Ures is without. We know that. We know that. Shit.
No.
What's that?
He only knows one word. Unless translate.
I'm gonna roll for that. We'll have him roll if you want to help him, Thorian.
Yeah.
What's that?
Cartel
4 yellow,
over
1 green.
Ures
Hungry
Kot
cat.
Nari.
Difficulty buds.
I believe it was 3 last time. Or was it 2? Was it 2 or 3?
I thought lore was 3.
Lore was 3. Education was 2.
That's a whole lot of advantages.
Ah.
Turn them all into a success? Is that a thing you can do?
I don't believe it is. But Ures was a translation from the last phrase. It only means without. So you have one of the 5 words.
Okay, I guess I should start writing these down. What was it again?
Carteal Haranover.
Is that with a C or a K?
K.
Uh,
Do you want me to just like send them to you? Would you like me to do that?
yeah.
Because I realize I wrote this down and I can read it as many times as you guys need. But if you would like me to just type it to you, I could certainly do that. Ta-da!
Holy crap. Okay.
I am trying to pronounce these as best I can.
Oh, I'm in the wrong section. We know Uris
You know,
is without.
Udis is without.
This feels like some spacer hangover cure. I see cartel, which somewhere in my mind translates
Oh.
to some kind of substance.
Sorry, I
Hangover seems like hangover. You know, Ures is without, so
Nari?
Colt Nadi. Yep. There's supposed to be an A after that first R, but I can't seem to edit this because I don't know, stream remote or some shit. So whatever. Anyway.
The first R in the first word?
No, in Haranover. Sorry. It's Haaranover. More A's. Unimportant.
Mandalorians love their A's.
A's, Mandela. Anyway. Got a platform over there. You got a platform over here. You got a big rock. Big cube
I'm gonna go
rock.
to the edge of the platform
Big rock.
and look down.
Darkness.
Is there a rock I can just toss in?
There's certainly some like rubble. Yeah. You can find a small stone.
I'm gonna toss one in.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Okay. It disappears from view. Anyone else?
I'm just gonna look at Vaughn and go like, you were absolutely right.
Oh. Because there's a gap between us and the other side, right?
Yes.
Like, how big of a gap are we talking about here?
Rough estimate, probably like 100 feet.
Jesus. Or Space Daddy. My bad. What's with the rock?
Looking at it, it very much probably the best thing I can say is its edges are kind of beveled, so they're just like they just look to be decorative in nature. Each face kind of looks like if you ever had one of those maze cubes that had like a little ball inside that would like roll around in order to solve it. But they're they don't connect in any fashion. There's no ball. There's no like glass or anything keeping you from it. It's just a big stone thing with a design on it.
Uh, that's probably like a long on the scale of things, right?
That's a what?
Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. It would be long.
My headset died. What I missed?
Uh, Ompak threw a rock down into the hole. Heard nothing. Um, it's about 100 feet to the other platform. Um,
Oof.
and yeah, looks like a big. I described it as one of those maze cubes that had like a little ball in it. You could like turn it around, but essentially none of the actual paths connect in terms of this giant um, square cube thing. Um, the sides are essentially beveled, so it looks decoratively bordered around each face. I guess I should probably just say it looks like a giant holocron, but made of stone.
well, we've got to get over there.
This time, you all notice that the door behind you did not close immediately. It is slowly closing from the
Oh, I
bottom
don't like
up.
that.
So as opposed to like closing from the top down, it's closing from the bottom up. Um, again,
How,
very slowly.
how tall is that door?
A little taller than um, Thorian.
All right.
Can we see the ceiling?
Yeah, 12 feet above you. Maybe, maybe 15.
So there's nothing else over on this side besides what's written on the inscription, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were. What was wrong with the floor?
There's a giant hole between us and stone holocron over there.
You're with the stone holocron.
Oh, we're at the stone holocron?
You are with the stone holocron.
Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Is the stone holocron able to fit in the hole?
The
Eyeballing, eyeballing it.
the hole between you and the other platform is essentially 100 feet. So yes, it
Oh,
could
okay.
fit in the hole.
But not big enough to.
It doesn't like fit in the hole. No. If what you're asking is does it fit into place? No.
Yeah, like a
No.
block.
No.
Sorry, I didn't realize the holocron was here. I thought it was
Nope.
on the other
Yep.
side.
That apologies, that's my bad. If you would like a visual representation, I will attempt to craft one.
Well, I would like to try to open this holocron like a holocron.
Okay. Let's see.
Force die plus.
Discipline check. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Sweet discipline.
get it to roughly the dimensional proportions. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So Okay. Here's the world. Round. Yes. Oh, so I'm just gonna use your database cube thing here real quick.
Good thing I have that.
Yep. Yep. There you go. This is essentially what you were looking at. I will also. Okay, that's not quite perfect, but that is what it is.
Difficulty, sir.
For attempting to open the holocron.
Attempting to holocron the holocron.
Okay. Go ahead and make this a 4.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
And it does include force die too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm sorry, was there anything else? Or
Mm-hmm.
wow, I am just
You attempt to reach out to the force and are denied.
ass.
I'm sorry.
That's
Big
not
is this cube?
Uh, it's about Silhouette 2.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Maybe that's a bit too big. Maybe Silhouette. Well, no, because Silhouette 1 is a person. So yeah, Silhouette 2 is about right.
And we're thinking we need to get it to the other side?
Or have it do something. I'm just trying to holocron the holocron.
Well, so is it actually a holocron or just a carving?
It is a large stone looking in the pattern of a holocron.
I just figured I'd see if it was a holocron or not, or if it was like connected to the force or anything. Sorry, guys, I am retired.
It's alright, man. I
Totally get you.
probably should have warned that this was more going to be a puzzle solving
I was
session.
doing this in Bana's gameplay.
Ah.
Thorian, you're up.
Does can can I roll perception to investigate the I guess we'll call it a holocron. The holocron and like the floor around it. Does it look like it's pushing down anything?
Yeah, go ahead and at a difficulty 2. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use my seek ability. I will commit a force die.
Okay. What are you attempting to do with this seek ability?
It lets me, like, I'm seeing if I have to commit it or not. I might just roll it with perception.
Ah.
Oh yeah, it's a commit. Okay, so yeah, I upgrade my perception.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh. All right. Well, there's that. You said what was the difficulty? Sorry.
2.
Okay.
Car is going to continue to attempt to read what the
I
fuck.
think I lost some dice.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
I
it
got
just
you.
took
I got you.
forever to read. 2 success, 1 advent.
Okay. So, first of all, looking at the platform that you are on, and looking at the stone holocron, and looking at what it is sitting in, it is sitting on kind of a slightly beveled up surface, and does look like it's kind of locked into place. But that is perceptions wise. Carr, in a moment of excitement, what does he read this as? Uh, no, knowledge hide without strength act. I'm sorry, guys.
Thorian punch the holocron.
And without strength.
Oh,
Knowledge hide without strength act.
Hidden knowledge.
Hey, Thorin, do you want to see if...
Now,
It could be hides. It could be knowledge hides. Maybe hidden
knowledge hides without strength.
act. Strength.
knowledge
Acts.
hides without strength and actions.
Strength.
Use the holocron and look for something under it?
Hidden knowledge strengthens action.
Mm,
That's sounding real dark side there.
Well, no, we missed a word. It's out.
So as he translates it, cartel is knowledge. Haranover, hides, hidden. Udes without. Caught, strength. Nari, act. Action. To do a thing.
Knowledge hides without the strength to act or I act, something like that. I'm willing to bet.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's in that order, right? It's not like. Actually, I have no idea how.
So it's the opposite? Strength and action without hidden knowledge?
Can I lift the holocron?
Would you like to make a strength check to do so?
Just bear hug it. Ah!
You can certainly try.
I mean, it's probably supposed to be done with the force. Okay, can I use move?
You can certainly try.
I will attempt to use move.
Okay.
Just to give it a good old lifty lift. Okay, I got one to activate the power and then one on strength to
Silhouette.
be able, to do the silhouette.
Okay.
So I can move, I can lift it maybe if it's not a part of the ground.
Much easier than throwing that tank. You lift the statue. It is now floating in the air.
Look under it.
Looking under it, there is a pattern in the floor that matches the pattern, or kind of, I guess, opposite the pattern on the rock, and so it would sit in it. Having lifted it, there are two sconces in the center in between that light up.
Does it look like there's a place to put this down over there?
It's 100 feet away. You have no idea. The most you can see is that there is, like there is here, there is a beveled square portion on the floor. So, probably?
The markings on the bottom?
The markings on the bottom of...
You said it was indented in something? It was like sitting in...
the pattern on the floor that you are at, the little beveled portion, that is essentially sits directly, locks in with the statue.
But it doesn't look like it's like a path or anything.
Yeah.
Hidden without strength. Act or action is what he said.
Knowledge hidden without strength act. Keeps going over Har and over. Like, I don't know if the translation's perfect here.
The first room, what was the translation finished as again?
There is no passion without peace to guide. There is no passion without peace to guide.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see where you're going with this, Sean.
Yeah, I'm like, it's clearly a modification of the two codes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, trying to get into that Mandalorian headspace.
I maintain we have to punch the holocron.
I mean,
Punch holocron, acquire knowledge.
There is no passion without peace to lead.
Guide.
All right. To guide. Without peace to guide. Through passion, I gain strength.
strength, I gain
There is no
power.
ignorance. There is knowledge. No ignorance would be hidden. Knowledge of the hidden, which we just lifted.
Which
Without
is the hidden temple?
strength. Without strength.
There's no passion, there's serenity.
Okay. So
Serenity is peace.
I'm not entirely sure if I have the Haranova right. I think it's a little weird. This is Car. But Caratal is definitely knowledge, enlightenment, knowing stuff. Ures without. Kot is strength. Strength. Nari is act the action of acting. So knowledge, Haranova, without the strength to act. Knowledge does something without the strength to act.
Donna?
Yeah.
Still have your jet boots on?
Yeah, and I refilled them.
You want to take a walk?
Yeah.
Are all the sconces lit?
As of this moment, all of the sconces in this room are lit.
You're still holding the Stonocron up?
The Stonocron. Nice name.
Love it.
Alrighty.
Thorian, I would like you to commit the force die you have spent if you are just going to hold this here. And
Okay.
every so often I would just say that you suffer a number of strain equal to the amount of force dice you have committed.
Okay, well, I only need to commit one.
That's fine.
Because I got the 2 points on it.
That is perfectly fine.
Alrighty, Car, give me a boost here. And I start walking back towards the door, and I'm just gonna hope he catches what I mean.
Donna?
Yeah.
Trust in the force.
Yep. I just want Car to give me a little boost, you know? So.
You want me to throw you?
Yeah, no, he's gonna do the thing where he braces and assist with throwing me while I push off with the force.
Oh, with my hands.
Yeah, no.
I was just gonna have you literally step out and see if there's an invisible bridge or something.
I mean, I thought you were going to use Seek for that.
I'm kind of committed to something right now.
Historian says, holding the giant stone in the air with the force.
This is a joke. This is not actually happening. You just see me fall past. Like, already way ahead of you. After a second, you see me fall again. No, it's not going.
If we have jetpacks, we could just possibly make it across unless there's a force field.
Ugh. Alright, I will first check to see if there's a hidden bridge.
Wh-
Not the full step
What
off,
what
but
exactly do you do?
I put my foot right where I think a bridge would be and believe in the force.
I have to ask because
Oh,
you
dude,
I have to ask because you are laughing. Does Vana trust this or does Vana not trust this?
He trusts it. It's me. I'm laughing at it because it's like this. I can't, but Vana knows all the force bullshittery out there.
Okay. You walk out. You are now standing on nothing.
Just let the force guide me. Don't think of anything. Just reciting all the codes and keeping focus.
Okay. Eventually, you make it to the other side. You are standing on the other side.
Oh,
You okay over there?
yeah, I'm good. What do I see, Bubs?
Very similar to what you saw over there. Platform. There's the lifted up area. You can see there's a pattern in the floor. That looks like it would match one of the faces of the holocron. The Stonocron. It's a good name. I'm gonna patent it.
Alrighty, so looks like the holocron will just fit back in here, though, right?
Yes.
Alrighty, we need that over here, Thorian.
I technically have one force die
Yeah.
at the given moment.
Mm-hmm.
Could I try and move it over there without dropping it? Just try and get the range?
Are you gonna try to throw it over there, or you just like slowly move it over there?
Slowly move it over there, yeah.
Are you gonna move with it, or are you just pushing it over there?
I was just going to push it over.
Yeah,
At first, if I don't get the...
yeah. Go ahead and try to roll.
Yeah, sorry, it's only got the entry level.
Well, I got one dark side.
Okay.
Could use it.
I mean, we have the points.
Yeah. Oh, wrong button.
Mm.
I will use that to activate range.
Okay.
I have 3.
Can
so
you?
I can move it. Well, let's see. I can do short normally, so short, medium, long. I can move it to extreme.
Okay. So you move it over there, and then.
Slam it into Vana.
Vana fucking dies.
Vana dies, take 20 damage.
She can take that.
That's just you would take the silhouette damage of whatever he's throwing, which would be 2, so it would be 20.
I'd have 2 health left.
Anyway, you float the rock over there.
And when Thorian gets it right above the platform, I don't have any real upgrades for move, but I have it. Could I use it to
Rotate it.
rotate it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So just roll move.
Mm-hmm. Unless Thorian, for whatever reason, decides to like contest you over the movement of this block. Yeah, it's fine.
At this point, I have no control over that.
Alrighty, I
Just
will
keeping it from falling.
spend the dark side, take a conflict, and
Dark
2
side.
strain.
Dark side.
Or 1 strain, I can't remember. I'm light side, so I think it's 2.
Yes.
Cool. And I will rotate it to the direction I think is right. Correct, you know what I mean.
Yep. You do so.
No.
Are you? What's your? Are you above 80?
I am above 80, or can I not use dark side above 80?
I don't know if you can.
Hmm.
Grab my book.
See, that's why I thought it was just like extremely increased strain cost.
How you doing, Opak? We're checking in with Opak.
I'm doing all right. I'm just watching all of this happen, feeling
Alright, no, you're good.
very, very helpless.
I think the only restriction is if you were dark side.
Gotcha. But I do suffer 2 strain for that, right?
No.
No? Well, I already committed that, so I'm just gonna suffer that. Alright. Order down gently.
I decommit.
Okay. It just kind
I
of
do not catch it.
it drops and then there's a loud like and it the rest of the room kind of just lights up ambiently. The crystals glow a little brighter, and a similar voice says, "Knowledge fades without the strength to act."
That's fair.
It's not at all what you said, Car.
I'm sorry, I fucking ancient Mandalorian.
God, learn a dead language, why don't you?
Fuck, they're not even dead. It's just old. It's old as fuck.
Then who speaks it?
No one. At least not this version.
That isn't that the definition of a dead language?
I mean, Mandalorians, and he just like points to Thorian, still speak Mandoa. They just speak a current version of Mandoa. This is like Mandoa 1. He's at like Mandoa 8. Different.
And Buffs, the reason I was laughing earlier is because I trusted walking across a non-existent bridge than I did being thrown across it. Which is so terrible if you think about it. Why? I recrossed the bridge.
Uh,
Is there a door on the other side, or are we?
there is not a door on the other side. But the Stonocron sits in, and a ray shield bridge materializes, eventually forming an actual physical bridge between the two platforms.
I mean, that just seems useless at this point.
I mean, it was probably already there. They probably had bullshit magic on it. Space witchy.
Anyway, you guys head back to the main room. So now you have a forward.
We go forward.
Okay. you go forward. Again, hallways, crystals, they light up. You move forward. The murals here appear to be of younglings, um, more so than the other ones. The other ones seem to have more Jedi in the middle of their training or Mandalorians in the midst of their hunts. This, on one side, is Jedi's and younglings more so, and the other side would look to be young Mandalorians learning and training.
Just look at Thorian for a moment. I'm like, oh, that's terrifying.
As you make it to the end, you find in here there's a lot of discarded pieces and parts of technology, things that are effectively ancient, just kind of strewn about. The center is clear, but the outside seems to be covered in various amounts of just stuff. This time, against the wall, it is the only thing that is there. It's a large inscription. I should just fucking send it in general chat. I can say it, but I will send it first. It's totally about to do that. Okay. So it says Seir Nayek Mirzahal Ures Sherashoy Gotal Ur.
So it's without again.
Ures is without. Ser Nayek, you know to be there, effectively translate to there is no. You know Mirzahal, which is a peace. You know Shirashoy is passion. Do not know Gotalur. So you know most of this actually. Is there is no peace without passion to blank. You don't know what Gotalur is.
What piece is Mirahal?
Peace, yes.
The first part is there is no peace, right?
Yeah, the first part is there is no peace, and it is the next part is without passion to blank. Literally, as opposed to the last case where you knew one word, this case you know everyone but the last word.
Without my dick.
Sounds about right.
Without passion, Thorian's dick.
Is there a hole in the room for this?
No.
No, sorry. You said it's only the inscription on the wall?
The only thing this is a four-sided room. It is well lit. There is just stuff, and then the only, like I said, yeah, the only thing on the wall is this inscription carved into the stone.
But what does it say?
You have most of it with the exception of the last word, Gotaulur. It is there is no peace without passion to something.
When I break the chains.
There's nothing else in this room.
Various discarded ancient technologies of like parts, pieces, scrap.
Well, Vonna's gonna kneel down and just do a big old sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Well, the only we could just imagine Thorian just go to the corner of the room and just stand there.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. Anyway,
Armor
He's
probably
a shy
has.
pooper.
he's a shy
He
pooper.
probably has
You pooping in the woods? You pooping in the woods.
something in his armor that does it.
Anyway,
Really?
you try to ask Carr. You can just continue about your way.
Well, I got a sense off at short range.
At short range, that will cover at least half of the room. You sense that there are two objects in this pile of stuff that resonate with you.
Well, I will mosey on. Like, can I tell how big they are?
Fit in your hand.
Cool.
Smaller than a bread box.
Perfect. Short range. Can I use move to pick up one of them and bring it towards me?
Sure, if you would like to do so.
Well, because I take it they're buried in crap, right?
They are, yeah, they're kind of buried.
Oh, two lightside. Cool.
So you just pull one to you?
Mhm.
Okay. You look to have what looks like a stone version of part of a hilt of a lightsaber.
Okay, and I'll go. Can I just use that other light side point to just
Pull the other one?
the other one?
Sure.
What did I miss?
Vana has since pulsed the room and has discovered two objects that resonate. Using force move to pull them out of the pile of junk, she has discovered one, half of the handle of a somewhat stone lightsaber, and pulling the other half of a stone lightsaber.
Put the 2 hours together.
I do that.
Okay. It does fit together, however, it does also appear to be hollow.
Alright, well, we got this crystal. Let's put that in there.
Where do we get the crystal?
I was gonna say, where'd you just get a crystal?
We've had some sort of kyber crystal for this ship so long ago
uh,
I actually still
that
have
I
an-
keep trying to
oh,
put in things that isn't working.
it does not.
I still have an ugly kyber crystal from way back when we were still very paranoid about. I forget what the name of the creature is, but the alien octopus, like
The
octopus
Dianoga?
on every planet, like, from the very first time we encountered it. That's how
Oh,
long I
goodness.
got that crystal.
No, the crystal that you attempt to put in does not fit in this. It is too big.
Well, I pass the saber to Thorin, and I want to try to do another pulse.
Okay.
If you
Yeah, you can certainly go for it.
allow me.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I also just kind of manually search through?
Yeah,
Just-
absolutely.
I'm not searching for what Vana's searching for. I'm searching for anything that might get the Empire off our asses when we get them out.
Okay.
Yes.
Stone
Huh?
lights.
How did I cock that dice, Bubs?
I don't know. I don't know. What did you do?
Well, look at the middle one. It's like somehow balancing on its. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be dark side.
Game physics.
Oh wow. Wow. Just dark side. Only dark side for you.
I
Hey,
know,
Carl,
right?
how are we doing on that translation? You only got one word.
I haven't even tried to. Sorry, I was okay. Never mind. I'll do it. I'll just do it. I'm so sorry.
You're doing great. You're doing great, Carl. Okay.
It's
Okay, so the first one was there was no passion without peace.
all right.
Peace without passion.
Gotolur is to create.
I just point at the lightsaber.
Yeah. Looks like there is no peace without the passion to create.
Wait, I take the lightsaber back, and there's a door at the end of this.
Nope. Just the way you
Is
guys,
there,
just the way you guys came back. The inscription on the wall in front.
is there a slot under the inscription,
There is.
like a keyhole kind of thing?
Mhm.
Insert it and turn it.
You insert it, and as you try to turn it, it just like spits back out at you.
Okay, we are missing something.
By chance, have I found anything interesting?
Would you like to make a roll for that?
I would love to make a roll.
All right.
What difficulty, please?
We're gonna put this at a 4. Some of this is older technology, so it's a little bit like unfamiliar to you. But a gun would still be a gun, essentially. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Would that just be a perception check as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I use force gun.
Gun.
I mean, there are force users who have used blasters in the past.
Mhm.
2 successes with 3 threats.
So you are spending your time looking around. Thing you do end up finding is several pieces of what look to be some type of droid. Like you find a leg, you find another like half a leg, you find an arm. You're missing the main component, but you have pieces of a droid. What about the
Hey,
lightsaber?
have you guys had any luck with that lightsaber?
We're missing probably the crystal or maybe something else.
Does the hole that he put the lightsaber in look like it's meant for the lightsaber?
It fits.
Like, how do I explain this? Like, if you were to put like a key in a lock, like, does the lightsaber hit any what's the word I'm looking for? Like the teeth, like
Yeah. Yeah, I know what the pins. You're talking about like pins. Yeah. Looking at it and trying to get a really good look in there, you do have a helmet that does help you do this.
Like
There does appear to be some type of a switch or mechanism that this stone lightsaber would hit. Obviously, something is just amiss.
I take some of the rubble and make a replica of the lightsaber.
You could certainly try.
Like, because the lightsaber's in 2, so like maybe it needs to be whole, but it's also made of stone, so I can't do anything with that.
Yeah, go ahead and make a constructing lightsaber roll, essentially, out of scrap.
Awesome. What is the difficulty in such a...
I believe it's a 3? It might be lower if it's your lightsaber, but this is not your lightsaber. This is just
I think that's only for modifications.
scrap replica. Yeah. So we'll go 3.
You want to upgrade it at all?
No.
Okay.
Vana, are you just giving up?
I was gonna.
I lost the die. It's in space. It's gone forever.
Because Thorian's trying to make a replica, right?
It's never to return.
Thorian does appear to be trying to make a replica.
I want to try sense one last time.
Yeah, go for it.
See if I can get something out of this.
Son of a bitch.
There we go. So I spend 1 to activate. 1 to get the range up. Which
Oh yeah, I didn't buy all that stuff. Oh well. I forgot there was a bunch of Talents I was going to buy to make myself better at it.
I know, right? We have experience.
Hilarious.
So I bumped that range up to
Do-
long.
The room is not even long.
Well, on a desert.
Short was half of it.
And I don't know. Increase the magnitude of it somehow.
All right, man. You sense everything. There is another piece that is hidden in this pile of scrap that resonates with you. That resonates with the handle and the lightsaber.
Well, unfortunately, my move is not that long range, so I meander over there.
Okay.
Is it the pile that I'm searching in by chance?
It is.
I have a question then. Do I actually pick it up and go like, nah, this isn't the part I'm looking for, and I just toss it behind me?
There's a moment on Bach where you pick up and it's just like a stone polyhedral. And you're just like, this doesn't look important. And you begin to throw it over your shoulder, and Vana just like catches it.
Thanks.
What?
Just like a smartphone lightsaber, I'll slot it in.
Nope, it fits perfectly, and you can tell that because of the way it's shaped, and when you fit the two halves together, it holds them together. As opposed to when you had put them together, they were kind of just like together but not locked. So you now have that. Thorin, I think you made like a trash origami lightsaber with crush gauntlets.
Just a bunch of exposed wires and a pipe.
It kind of looks like something.
I made a pipe bomb.
But you have your stone lightsaber. Unfortunately, Ompok, at this point, I think you were still missing some key components to the droid you were now trying to look at.
Well, that sucks, but well, life goes on.
Alright, so now I'll try to ignite this lightsaber. No, to turn the key.
It ignites in stone. No.
This lightsaber makes matter out of nothing.
No.
This is
I mean, what is a lightsaber? It's not.
Oh god. No. Fitting it into the slot below the saying, it clicks into place, and behind you, the hallway from whence you came, you can hear a large rumbling, and again a similar voice. There is no peace without passion to create.
Right, we got that one right.
Car's like, yeah, I got that one.
But there's no passion without peace. So
But peace is a lie.
we're just talking around in circles, mate.
Right.
I start walking out of the
The
room.
voice just talks back to me.
So you guys get back to the main room. This time in the center, there is a circular staircase that goes down. However, reaching this room, the doors around you, all of them, all four, slowly shut. Not in any kind of like fast, but just they do shut. What is repeated to you? It's the same voice.
Get the fuck out.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you got. No. There is no peace without a passion to create. There is no passion without peace to guide. Knowledge fades without the strength to act. That's it for the moment.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. That's it for the moment.
We cleared the dungeon. We did it, you guys.
Yay!
Yay.
Uh,
Nothing opens up. Nothing about the room changes.
I mean, there's a staircase in the center of it.
Has this staircase always been here?
No.
Okay.
So, shall we?
We shall.
You guys head down. It is dark. The crystals do light your path as you go. Again, you come to a long room, similar to the room with which you guys lifted the Stonacron. Let's see, what did I do? Okay. Let's see if I could do this one right. Boop. 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 This time, the squares are big enough for you to walk on. Just really try to make them squares, not fucking rectangles. That's it.
What's a rectangle if just a shy square?
Fair? And there we go. You guys are here. And there is a doorway over there.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna. I don't see anything dangerous here, right?
I snag. Like, I'm gonna let him touch the first pan. Well, not let him, but dramatically he's gonna touch the first panel. I'm gonna try to pull it back.
Okay.
This is Seattle and the Space Needle all over again. That is a true story that happened to me, and I love it.
So this time, instead of having to read it out, there is an inscription on the ground. It says Dral Haranovar al Udes Udelsa ha Talir. The voice says, "Power blinds without the serenity to see."
Just gonna slowly look over towards Fauna.
I slowly look over Thorian.
What?
You must seek a path.
Making sure you have enough squares? Power blinds without serenity to see? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Power blinds without serenity to see.
So we turn the lights off.
Is there a light in this room?
There are two crystal sconces, two next to you and two on the other side of the room.
Gun. The ones on the other side of the room.
I mean, the gun is their religion.
And what's on the other side there? Is that a door? Or...
It appears to be a doorway.
So just a weird thing. I'm gonna look up.
Okay. You look up.
Just a ceiling.
Just the ceiling.
I was gonna laugh if it's like the pathways revealed. Just like that's.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
I mean, how many of us look up?
It's true. Statistically, not a lot of people look up.
Okay. So it's a 5 by
8.
5 by 8. So I probably should have continued counting instead of stopping. Did anything happen when Ompak does one of those panels?
Ompak, I need you to be the most honest with me. Which of these
I step on
panels?
whatever one doesn't kill me.
Which of these panels did you step on?
Considering that I was here, that we started from, I was thinking it was going to be here.
Okay.
Just
Nothing
full
happened.
honesty.
Nothing happened.
Is this whole side of the room just open?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can walk along.
Oh.
The tiles between you and the other side are much larger, more ornate. They all have the same pattern, but
You said it had markings on it?
they all have kind of like a cut relief into them. But they all appear to be of the same style.
I really want to look at that, like,
Yeah.
really examine
Yeah. Fucking go for it, man.
perception.
Yeah. We'll call this a difficulty 3 because you're trying to like look at it without being on top of it. I assume.
Yeah.
I assume you're not just gonna be like, I'm just gonna step on it.
I mean, I'm gonna do the one Ompak stepped on. Just
Okay.
'cause-
Yeah. Stepping onto it. Nothing. Nothing happens. Just on it.
Cool. So I will
So
crouch down and really look at it.
for this sake, I'm going to grab your characters.
God, I blooped that one.
So currently, Vana is ranking.
And apparently made it back. Okay. 4 successes, 2 advantages.
It looks to be a relief of Jedi symbol.
And can I use those 2 advantages to compare to one of the ones next to me?
Yeah, absolutely. They also look like Jedi symbol.
No difference on it or anything?
Nothing that you can see. No.
I'm more impressed that I rolled 6 light side there.
Yeah, hey, fucking go for it. Elpak, Thorian, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh, I'll step back towards
Okay.
Ompak and
Yeah,
Thorian,
yeah.
There's nothing else in this room.
Nope.
No statues or nothing.
You said that there was a Jedi relief on one of these tiles surrounding the one that I stepped on?
The one you stepped on, and the one surrounding it. Yeah, these larger tiles appear to have, kind of like a carved Jedi symbol into the thing.
My dumbass. Can I use speak?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Try and remove some illusions.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not the roll. Don't worry about it. I got 2. What do I got here? Hold on. Control, commit force die, back to 2, 3. Strength, eliminate 1 force illusion. Back to 2 do for me. Additional detail. Okay, so not that. do a vigilance check.
Do it.
Difficulty's a 2, by the way.
Yeah, go for it.
That.
That's a lot. So is this specifically just to like undo illusions?
Force user may spend 1 force point and succeed at a difficulty 2 vigilance check, or oppose vigilance versus discipline, but I'm sure, to see through illusions. I also have strength, so I can spend another one to see through an additional illusion.
You turn away all illusions that are in your pathway, but nothing about this room has changed.
So everything's real.
Everything is real. Ompak is standing on the tile.
Is there a way to... When he stands on it, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
For some reason, I'm getting Undertale flashbacks.
I'm back. Okay.
Ompak, I need you to make an athletics check for me. Or coordination.
I'm going to just process of elimination this.
How difficult is this coordination check?
It's going to be a 3. Now I'm going to spend a destiny point to upgrade it. Haha.
Sorry, I have to roll this again.
You can just roll the red if you want. Just keep everything. Okay.
It was mid-roll. I had to do it for fairness.
Okay.
2 successes.
You jump back. Platform falls out from underneath you. Give me a moment.
I know this trial is not supposed to do this, but I kind of want to brute force and just be I am speed.
This no longer exists.
Well,
If I jumped, could I make here?
You might be able to.
Hey, don't Squid Games this.
To be clear, what happened is that you walked onto the other platform, got like good 2-3 steps into it, and then felt it wobble, and you were like, "Oh no!" And then full on like body tackled yourself onto the tile previous. So it was not an easy maneuver. These tiles are, like if Thorian were to lay down, it would be from his feet to his head. They are 1 Thorian tiles.
Why would I do that?
I mean, a fair measurement. So, there's just a hole in the floor now, right?
There's just a hole in the floor.
Hey, Ompok, switch with me real quick.
Okay.
I want to lay down on this one
It's okay.
and stick my head underneath. Not fully lean over, but do like a little peek underneath.
Sure.
I grab her leg.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Why do I have the feeling it's gonna be like just some jolts, and then relaxing, nothing happens, she doesn't respond, you pull her back up, and her head's missing.
Just dead.
All you see is darkness.
Darkness.
Screw that. I'm gonna activate Bar Sight too.
Okay.
You know how immature I am? You said bar, and my brain computed it as bars.
Wait, far sight or foresight?
Far Sight. The user may spend a force point to ignore the effects of darkness or blindness to see up to medium range normally.
So you don't have it upgraded to where you can see across things yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay. So I was going to be very cross with you if you couldn't just look on the other side of the chasm and see.
No, that is literally mastery.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the fine detail one, the control to use it for my perception and vigilance, and that's it actually. Yeah, because you need.
So the wording on this is you can see through darkness.
I have it on my board if you just want to alt that.
Farsight. Force shooter expands normal vision senses through a connection to the force. Usually spend to ignore the effects of darkness or blindness and see normally at up to medium range for the remainder of the round. See you on the day. Are you upgrading this at all, or are you just using the base power?
I'm just going to try to use the base power.
Okay. Um,
If it's force bullshitter.
it is force.
Magic, that's-
It's force
Okay.
bullshit. Essentially, what you see when you look in this manner is it doesn't make a lot of sense. It looks more like you're looking into fog, and fog is just holding up all these platforms.
Well, that makes sense.
Kind of a shimmery, almost like a pearlescent or an opalescent fog, just all holding up the platforms.
Well, that makes sense. You just gotta think about this being space magic.
Space magic. Talking about space magic.
Space magic. You know, since I'm already down here, I want to look at where this platform used to connect to the one in front of it, like along the seam.
Well, on the one that you're on.
Yeah, like I'm currently sticking my head out under it. I just want to look a little more, I guess, down is the way to put it on like my general person. So I just want to see what the seam looked like between the two platforms.
Between which two platforms?
I'm on the ledge, right?
Yeah.
I just want to see what not the bottom of this platform looks like, but the actual, like, side of it, I guess is the way to put it.
Are you talking like the side of a quarter type of thing scenario here, or are you trying
Yeah,
to see
side
the
of a
other
quarter,
face? Okay.
No,
It's just clear cut stone.
yeah, I got nothing. And I'll step off. And fall to my death. As I bounce off of Ompok's head.
Ow.
Alrighty, so it's either this one or this one is my guess. Who's got the? Yeah, I think I got the best court. No, wait. Oates and I are pretty tied with that, aren't we?
You probably have better agility than I do.
Athletics?
Agility, coordination, uses agility.
Yeah, I really have crap.
It was either or. I allowed him to choose which one.
Yeah, I think we have actually the same. I know you have one more coordination than I do.
Can that piece of junk that I made? Can I just like skip it across the ground?
You just want to throw it
I want to skip it like you would skip
like a stone? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, go for it.
Try and hit as many as I can, see if they react in any way.
tell me in like are you doing a row? Are you trying to do a diagonal? In what manner are you trying to skip this?
I want to throw it straight forward, starting from here to there.
Okay. Make a roll and let's see how good you do.
Range light, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should probably clear this first. Alright.
Seeing as technically your target is at long range, we'll make it a long range throw.
Which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of threat.
You did. So nothing happens here. It bounces off this one, and that immediately falls. Bounces off this one, that falls. Let's see, it bounces off this one, and that falls. Right, nothing happens there, and we'll say that it rolls due to the like the fact that these are all like falling. It gets to about there with its triumph and just kind of rolls over and then lands on that, and that falls as well.
Okay, so
Quick, give me all you guys' shit.
I just look at Car because he's got a bunch of random Imperial kit on him, does he?
From
Just like starts handing you the belt, and he just takes off the hat, and, like the
Thank you,
cloak.
from here to here,
Mm-hmm.
how far is that?
Medium range. Within medium range. Medium range would probably include like the two, like both of these, but
That's not my character sheet.
So wait, this is only long range? Or is it a little further?
the full thing is technically extreme range. Is this?
Okay.
This is long range here. This is long range here. This is somewhere between long and middle. This is mid, short. Probably like still technically mid, but like between mid and short, and then short and short. Here,
I'm afraid to see what this thing will do if we try to brute force it because it's telling us not to.
middle, long.
Yeah, you say that,
Straight.
but also,
Straight.
We are being smart about this.
What was the
if I may remind you, knowledge, whatever, that was strength to act. I force leap over to this one.
what was the
Okay.
the phrase that was given to us in this room?
The phrase that was given to you in this room.
Passion blinds without serenity to see.
That's why we looked at Vana.
Power.
Like a thorn.
Power blinds without the serenity to see.
Actually,
So unless there's a force
It sounds
field-
like we should brute force this. Or brute
If we're
force
smart
this.
about it.
Exactly.
You rolled and succeeded, I assume?
I got 3 light side.
Okay.
So unless there's a force field, I think I make it across.
You are where you are.
Okay. I will take out some of the shit that car gave me, and I'll throw it in both directions.
Okay. So like just to the square next to you. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
On each square next to me. I guess I don't have to throw it. I'll just drop it, but
Each square next to you, nothing happens. They just sit there.
cool. Okay. Now we know which way is forward.
Well, the problem is, we confirmed this tile at the front here is solid, right?
Both of these tiles are confirmed solid. So
Okay, I'll
for
skip on this one.
for your own sakes, I will be kind and I will do this.
Thank you. Well, we know
Oh,
that
so I'll
much.
drop the X's knows, man.
Oh wait, you forgot the red line through the three X's because X's win.
We're...
That's Connect 4.
Okay, so
Actually, it's Connect 4 grid.
what's the plan, Thorin?
Great question. Drop some junk. Since we know that junk works, drop some junk on that one.
Alright, what have I got in my pockets?
Go back to the junk room and grab some junk.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll use a hand to make myself haul ass up the stairs and get some crap.
As you go up the stairs, it becomes very obvious the door above you that let you in is closed.
And that closed us. I mean,
That's it.
I could probably make that too. I mean, wait, we're using the same technique. I can make that too.
Alright, I'm Pac. We'll see you on the other side.
Goodbye. Have a good time.
Welcome, Polaris the cat.
Surely it is not this.
Well,
Right. So I'm thinking maybe.
I will start to follow that guess.
You
I'm thinking.
just follow that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, that is all correct. Like there's a tense moment. I should probably play it up for laughs and be like every single square. And truthfully, there's a tense moment where every single square you are following this path. But every time you have found the path by simply guessing. At least so far.
Hey, who wants to go with my
What you
guy?
said before it was color blinds without the clarity to see, and we took some time to get some clarity here.
Yeah, well, serenity, but yeah,
I'm gonna step on the same pad as Umpok. Nothing happens.
nothing happens.
Cool. I'll go touch this one.
Make for me an athletics coordination check at a
You
difficulty
can't
3.
be right all the time.
One of them is upgraded, so it is 2 purple, 1 red. I just saw 2 dice disappear from your table. There it
Yeah,
is.
I got it.
Okay.
If you're quick enough, you can catch them. 2 purple, 2 red.
You're quick and- I think you said one is upgraded, right?
1 is upgraded. 2 purple, 1 red.
Okay, there we go. I just gotta remember if there's anything I can leave.
You can roll enhance with this, can't you?
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember if I can downgrade or anything. Because Performer gives you some weird stuff. And I have rarely used that tree, which is unfortunate. Oh, God.
This is problem. Oh.
Oh, yeah. 2 success, 2 advantage, and 5 light side.
You are perfectly fine back on your
Fine.
platform.
You know, since I rolled so high, I want to do a dramatically backflip.
You do.
Yeah, but you jump too far and you land on that one.
Ah, gotcha. Catch myself with the hand on this one.
Opak just saunters up to that.
I was gonna say, do we think this is gonna be sadistic and double back? But in double back, that one would have to be.
Yeah.
Opak, please make a roll for me.
Oh, it's over here.
Please make a roll. 2 purple, 1 red.
You have a jetpack, right? Oh god, down.
Just the realization in your voice is all.
mean, my boots technically don't work, but I use them for double jump.
Oh no!
All right. It's time to pull some forceful shittery
Oh,
hands.
Yeah, just flip one of the die.
roll it.
Oh no, I think he's gonna activate.
Enhance. Enhance is what I have. So I'm
Ah,
gonna try to do a forward sleep.
sneaky. We have so many destiny points. I thought you were gonna.
Activate your like signature talent.
Nah, forward sleep senior.
Ooh.
Too light side. I forgot how
Um,
forward sleep works.
I don't want. You can just.
I believe while rolling it, you can add it to alter the success. Yeah.
Making an athletics check, the force user may roll enhanced power checks for the pool, may spend points to gain.
Successes or advantages.
Yeah. So you can change your 0 successes to 2 successes.
Done and done.
And you, with a grace a little unlike yourself as of yet, make it back without falling into the pit of doom.
Imagine he doesn't tackle me but bumps into me.
Absolutely, he does.
I'd like to think that like
There's a solid moment where the platform is falling and Ompak tried jumping and it just didn't work, and then he like catches the platform as it's kind of tumbling and then just like pushes off of it.
Dorian's turn.
Okay. Thorian, please make a roll for me.
Well, I technically catch Ompox, and it's like I sense a disturbance in the force here.
It's like a little tiny brook of water, just like a little tiny bit.
Difficulty 3.
Yep, one of them is upgraded.
And mostly that disturbance was Thorian just walking off of a platform.
Do you have enhance? Do you want to activate?
I do have enhance.
Retrospectively, do you want to?
I don't need to.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. You are back on the platform, and this is
Okay, now
We
it's
might have
Vana's
to
turn.
jump it.
Vana, make a roll for me.
Wow, this is a very asshole platform.
This is exactly why I wanted physical representation of these trap rooms.
2 purple, 1 red, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're fine.
You know what? Got 1 success on that.
You got 1 success and a triumph. What are you talking about? You got a triumph.
Question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to bet that the 2 remaining ones that I was thinking about going diagonally on are going to fall out from under us.
Yeah.
I try a rope onto Upok.
Opak,
Convince myself.
a rope has been tied to you that connects to Thorian.
Okay,
Opak, make a roll.
I failed the roll automatically.
Thorian, make a roll.
I failed the roll. I cut the rope.
Okay.
Is it the same?
For attempting to help him because he is not helping himself. Yes.
Chief and upgrade?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
You want to know what? Hang on.
no, you're
That's fine.
fine.
I got it.
He's got enhanced.
Oh my
I got 3
god.
successes.
Oh my god. Okay. You fall for a little bit longer than you would like, Ompak. But you are caught and you are brought back up to the top. A new hole has formed in the map here.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not even trying the other one. That one. Like, what was this guy's name again?
Which guy?
The two with the guy were in car. What was his name? Car. I'm just gonna call back.
Tarvisla. Mandalorian Jedi. The only one.
This was a jerk.
You know what? I'd stick my foot out and just tap that platform. Just
You tap it. Nothing happens.
I throw a knock on it.
You just pick Opak up and throw him on the left.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Da 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 da. Ta-da!
Believe in yourself, Opak.
Just like face first and okay.
you know what?
I can't go first now, or
Yeah, I'll go for that one.
You are safe.
Okay. I'm
just
gonna jump it. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I should make you make a roll, but
Yeah, coordination, right?
yeah, coordination or athletics.
I'm gonna say if Thorian succeeds on this, I'm just gonna fall in whichever tile, just because it's like, oh no, oh god, the rope's still there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make this a force leap action,
Yeah, go for it.
which is just a straight force roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm spending a.
I think it's part of it.
for that.
I believe it's part of enhance, but I will.
Yeah, it's the far right tree of enhance.
You can.
take force leap action, make an enhanced power check. You usually may spend a horizontally to any location within short range, so you don't have to make like a roll. You just roll the force die.
Yep.
And see if you get
As long as you get a single force point, you can make the jump.
I just spent the dark side for that.
Ah. All right. You have made it across successfully.
What do your Twi'lek eyes see?
There's a very large stone door.
A door! Toss him!
I pick up on top
Okay.
and I jump.
Okay.
Princess scary, right?
Yes. Like you would a cat where you pick up the nape of their neck.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna like arm around my abdomen, and just like carry me that way.
Well, I get out of the way.
Okay.
I got one success. I did force sleep. I don't know if you want me to make a roll.
Nah, you just need to make the force point check. Yeah, you're good.
Alrighty, car, we'll be back, I guess.
Car, just do exactly what we did.
I mean,
Until the end, then you gotta figure it out.
right.
He can't jump like you guys.
He should be able to, right?
He might not have an hand.
Car gets here, and then with more ease than either of you, just like, whoop.
That answers that question.
I said until the end. You need to know what path will say. Door open.
With all of you walking up to the door, it's just a push door. You open the door. It reflects very much a council chamber, circular room where it should be chairs are just circles on the floor. A singular chair sits opposite the door. Behind that, a desk. In the walls, like cut into the wall itself, shelves made of stone, um, books upon books upon books upon books, all ancient, old. Um, Carr at first runs up to like try to inspect them, and then he stops and like he's like, "These might disintegrate the moment I touch them."
Yeah.
They're old and actual like paper. Um, you hear the whirring of electronics. The crystals light up, something that has not needed electronics this entire time. But a projection is cast from somewhere in the ceiling above you. The image of Tar Visla sitting in the chair resides in front of you. At first, he says, Mav Shirashori, Nasser Kir Ram. There is freedom in life and purpose in death. How may I be of assistance to you?
Well, first I bowed him.
You see him kind of like flicker for a moment, and then he bows in return.
Oh, that's. And then I just push Car forward.
Ha ha. Uh, hi. Um, sorry, Master. And like Tar, raises his hand and says, "I am a limited AI recording. I may only have so many answers to give." Car just kind of like, "Oh." Um, he looks at you guys for lead.
What were we supposed to find here?
Remember, I kind of forgot his flare.
Oh man, I thought this was Thorian.
Sorry, my mic was off. We're looking for another piece of the puzzle, aren't we? Like a piece of the armor.
Yeah, because again, this place is a little tricky with how they word stuff, so possibly.
I mean, does anybody feel like dying then?
No.
I mean, we all came pretty close. Wait, why would we be dying, Thorian?
There's purpose and peace and death.
Oh.
What did it say? You guys want to check his desk?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Flowing through all, there is balance. There is no peace without a passion to create. There is no passion without peace to guide. Knowledge fades without the strength to act. Power binds with blah blah. Power blinds without the serenity to see. There is freedom in life. There is purpose in death. The Force is all things, and I am the Force.
Great. Said he was recording. He only has
So many responses.
so many responses, limited knowledge.
Why are you here?
I am a recording of the final thoughts of Tar Visla.
What was Tarvisla thinking about?
There's a flicker, um, and as opposed to the more well composed um, hologram that sits in the chair, um, this time he's more hunched forward. His hands are kind of steepled together in front of his face. I don't know if I'm coming back. You will have to prepare the way to make sure that any who survive know how to fight her. I have constructed a second lightsaber that will hopefully help deal with her. I refer to it as the bright saber.
Hold it up.
This weapon, he just kind of like he's following a recording at this point. Uh, this saber is uniquely attuned to the mortis. It should be able to strike her down, or at the very least, reduce her strength. If that is possible, I will seek to re-engage Centerpoint Station and return the black holes to their positions. Barring that, I have redoubled my efforts with the Mortis and located multiple Force Nexi with which to use to create a barrier to hold her back. If these are ever disrupted, I imagine she will break free once more. I'm sorry, Padawan, but you cannot come with me on this one. And then he kind of looks like forward to where you guys are all standing. The hologram flickers and it returns to the well-composed version of Tar Vista.
Where's the second lightsaber?
Right? We have it.
Nah, the rest of it. Like you probably split it up, right?
I think you just need a crystal.
Well, let's still ask the question. This might lead us to at least somewhere.
Yeah, I'll ask him where's the second lightsaber?
Right.
He his hand kind of raises and out of the center opens up a star map. He points to a few locations. One of them being Rune, planet you guys have already visited. The other being Bothuai.
Okay, we got that one.
And the last one being Dathomir.
Because we got the two. We got the part from Rune and
The part from the room was the
the
saber.
saber.
The
I
hilt.
think it was missing a focusing lens and a crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just missing the crystal?
Maybe we got the crystal from Bakuai. We got something from Bakuai.
You got a crystal from Bothuai.
Yeah. It was
Okay. So all that's left is Dathomir. What the hell is a Dathomir?
It's very clearly a planet.
Yeah, I get that. There's tens of thousands of those.
Don't we have a quest?
We marked it on our map.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, funny.
Okay.
Which we already knew.
Yeah. Out of character, ironically, we're getting the other saber, if it's still there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you guys got anything else?
What are these books?
Uh, this time the image flickers, and instead of the star map, he is now standing in the center of the room. Here is a collection of all of my knowledge, schematics, and various things that I will most likely not be able to build in my lifetime. Things I have studied, things I have collected and hidden away, information that may not necessarily be safe for the galaxy at wide to have. At which point you notice a woman steps into the recording. It is not the Padawan, the Itochi female that he has. Instead, it is a female dressed in white robes, white hair, very pretty,
These bitches.
very form-fitting. She has like silver metal bracers on. She asks him, "Why would you collect all of these things, not to use them in defense of such things? You know that we are even hunted. Our purpose no longer held, but you keep these things that could save us? They would damn you before they save you." Recording ends. He flits back and he is now in his chair again.
Did you just keep it all in books?
He just replays the same message.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all analog. You got anything digital? Are there holograms?
There are no holograms.
Just a general question. Okay.
It's like, oh, he stored all this knowledge here. Is that the only thing he stored here was knowledge, or is there something else?
Um, he flits again. This time his hands kind of like together, just crossed and intertwined. I do not believe that the teachings of the Jedi are whole, nor do I agree with the teachings of the Sith. But I admit that there is something more to the Force than either of them see.
Amen, brother.
Even I am of two minds at this point. A Mandalorian Jedi. I find that a balance must exist between my two creeds. But I am more than one or the other. I am greater as a product of both. I will record my ideas. And we'll see if there is a better path. And it flits back and he's in the chair again.
I sit in the chair.
You are sitting inside of the hologram.
How do I look, guys?
He looks more armored. He fits a little bit. He's a bit bigger than Tar, but he does. It does kind of fit. The helmet's a bit pointier on Tar, but that's about it.
I feel like this is a trap my wife would take me into.
Okay,
I'm not going to answer.
Indiana Jones and the Lost Tomb of Tal Vizsla.
Car! Car!
Yeah, what?
Sit in one of the circles like you're gonna meditate.
He just goes and sits in one of the circles. Now what?
Don't know, I was wondering if maybe there was a puzzle.
Oh,
I'm gonna take a look around,
yeah, go
but
ahead.
not touch anything. I'll do a perception check.
Go for it. Difficulty is going to be a 4.
Sorry, just gonna do the force die and they are all bunched together. Oh, sweet. One success. Let's do 2 success and 2 threat.
Okay. So, looking around, this takes quite a bit of time. So, if anyone would like to chime in with whatever they are doing, you certainly can. Looking around, there's just a lot of books, a lot of scrolls. You notice that some of them are of more esoteric make, whereas some of them look to be leather-bound notebooks and journals. Other of them seem to be made from the hides of a beast or some other type of thing. Eventually, you do find an old data slate. It looks to be ancient, but data slate nonetheless.
Or I very gently pick it up.
Yep. It is unpowered, but a data slate.
Cool.
Think like BlackBerry, like the first BlackBerry to like what we have
Jesus.
nowadays.
Are you sure
That
it's not
is-
Palm Pilot?
It's exactly what it is. It's like it's Palm Pilot meets the first Apple iPad.
I have a Zoom. A Zune, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a little bulky. You're like it kind of reminds you of something like a dock worker would have. It's just this giant fucking thing. It's about the size of a book.
Alright, guys, I found this.
Sounds like a BlackBerry. You're not wrong.
And I'll turn to the projection again and ask, is there any way to remove you from this place?
It flits. I'm afraid my recordings will not survive. So I have taken them. I've hid them in holocrons. The memory of them, specific memory storage units, are, and he like turns his hand and there's a small like corner piece of a holocron. Will contain various portions of my journey.
Right, we picked one up on. That looks like what we picked up on Bothwell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, it flits and he's back to being in normal position. Neutral position, I guess I should say. Yeah.
I give the data sleep to Carr.
He takes it, looks at it, and is trying to like figure it the fuck out.
Maureen, Ompak.
Assume the position.
I think Torian is probably the best option for the state of slate.
Oh, I mean, I'm just. You guys have anything else for the hall of projection here?
Oh, not for that. No.
Maybe, I don't know. Is there anything? I don't know. Is there anything else we need? We need to somehow make it so that the Empire doesn't get all of this.
Yeah, I mean,
It flashes, flits and whatnot. It appears in the center of the room. This time, it is facing the chair that you were sitting in, Thorian. But it appears like he's acting like he's talking to someone behind him. He says, "If this room is ever discovered by the enemy, there are ways to destroy what is here. The chair, there's a sequence at the back. Put it in, and the entire vault will collapse. There will be no more. Entering it will also create an escape way. You'll be able to escape safely." Again, the woman kind of staggers into view. This time she's being held up by someone in full dark leather mechanical arm and what looks to be something akin to a face mask. "You better not be lying to us. I'm not about to die for this." And then he kind of runs off to the side. Recording flits off.
or do you want to take a look around and grab the last anything you can think you can save?
Yeah. He kind of slowly gets up and kind of thinks to himself and shakes it off and goes around and starts looking for anything that can be saved.
I will also like to take a look around and find anything significant to Mandalorian culture.
Okay.
It's gotta have things other than books. I mean, I'll take a book, but
Okay. Go ahead and make perception checks for me. Anyone who would like to look around at this point. Olmpak, how are you feeling? You've been very quiet.
I'm feeling all right. I think he's just processing everything right now.
Okay.
He realizes there's probably also nothing of big interest around here for him.
what is difficulty?
Difficulty is to be 4.
4.
Yep.
And while they're doing that, I'll sit down in the chair.
Okay. The hologram flits, and then he's you're sitting in the hologram. You got a success and a threat.
Yes.
Okay. Do you look around the room or do you check the workshop bench thing?
Yes.
One or the other.
The workshop.
Okay. Looking at it, you find a rather well intact, leather-bound journal, and this is the kind of leather. It feels familiar to you, but you're not sure why. Opening it, it has various treaties and written guides on how certain things need to be crafted. It's a book of his personal craft logs.
Perfect. shove that in the old backpack.
Okay.
Oh.
What's up?
Want someone to roll for cars looking around, or
Yeah, sure.
I can do that. Car, what is your perception? It's got a 2, and that uses. Cunning.
Alright, we're gonna have to call.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I had kind of I had roughly planned for this to be the end.
Nope. Unless I missed something, he can. That's initiative. Nope.
Carr attempts to save a number of things that disintegrate in his hand, and you just hear, "Oh, God damn it!"
And I'll just poke around the chair one last time to see if there's anything with it.
Okay.
Besides the self-destruct sequence in the back of it.
Okay.
What would you like me to use? Perception or?
What would you like?
Perception.
What would you like to use? How do you want to investigate this chair?
Probably perception. As much as I love vigilance, it does make sense.
Okay. Go ahead and make that check at a difficulty 4.
I'll just dump it all to success. 3 success, 3 threat. Like that.
It takes you some time, and in so doing, everyone else has essentially come to finish their lookabouts. Ompak, if you would like, you can still take a look around, but that is up to you. Well, unfortunately.
Say again, please.
You can certainly take a time to look around if you would like to do so. Everyone has been examining this room. If you want to take a chance to do so, you can, but I will not force you to do so.
I'll take some time to look around. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a search at a difficulty 4. Have not forgotten, Vana. I am just.
Oh, no, you're fine. He's doing a thing.
Doing much of anything.
You pick up what looks like some type of orb, and it just kind of like as you pick it off, something one of the books fall over, and there's a big like cloud of dust that comes out. You, uh, you you find nothing. Eventually, you unfortunately drop the orb, and it just kind of like breaks and falls to one side.
My orb!
I want to ponder that.
My pondering orb. Unfortunately, you do not find anything. Vana, as you are checking out this chair, you find a small latch. Like if you press against it, a drawer kind of pops out. Pulling it out, you find a silvered hammer.
Like a, what is it, a ball hammer or like a Mjolnir?
It looks like a small one-handed sledge, but it is elegant in its form.
Bond will stand up and take the duelist stance, just being a dork with a hammer trying to use that stance.
Ha ha! Vana, Thorian, you know very well that is a crafting hammer for armor and weapons.
That's a hammer.
Yes. And I pass it to Thorian because I'm pretty sure this is a cultural artifact I'm holding.
Perfect. Add it to the book.
Okay.
Well, I think that's everything. And I turn to the projection, bow, and say thank you for your time, Master Visla, but I believe that is everything that we came for.
It like flits, and bows. Um, it repeats the. Let's see. It repeats the force is all things, and I am the force. May the force be with you. And then it turns off.
And I guess I look at the back of the chair to activate this self-destruct.
Yep, it's basically just a keypad full of numbers. So
Yeah, did he not give us the code?
he did. I just didn't
Oh.
say it to you because I'm not.
Wait,
I'm gonna be a dick.
wait. Should we leave our truck with the Imperials?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, where's my truck?
dude, where's my car?
Dude, how do I think I feel? I'm the one who got all that shit for that. I mean, we have to figure out where this escape tunnel goes.
Choose to
Leads
have.
right under the truck.
So at this point, I'm assuming you were holding, putting in the combination. But do you
Yep.
put in the combination?
Figure we'll save that for next time.
We'll save that for next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Play the outro. I don't think there's actually sound that plays over this, but I don't know. I always act like there is.
It's like the Game Grumps with their outro. It's just like it's just us talking over it.
All right.